I didn't plan to start my wedding day by catching my fiancé in bed with my maid of honor. But that's exactly what happened. I opened the hotel suite door and froze. The first thing I heard wasn't words, it was her laugh. Soft. Breathless. Too familiar. Then I saw him. Daniel. In our bed. With Claire, my best friend since college. The champagne bottle from last night was still on the nightstand, half empty. White silk sheets wrapped around them like evidence I didn't need to collect. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just closed the door halfway, stepped into the hallway, and called his mother. Daniel came into my life 3 years ago at a charity gala. Navy suit. That dangerous kind of smile that made you curious. He made me laugh again after years of forgetting how. We fell fast. He proposed in Paris under falling snow. I said yes instantly. And Claire? She was my person long before Daniel. She'd hold my hair back when I was sick and still roast me about it later. She was supposed to stand next to me today while I said I do. We were the perfect trio. At least, that's what I thought. The first crack appeared with late-night texts. He said they were work. She claimed she was talking to someone new. Then, at my bridal shower, I caught them sharing a glance that lasted half a second too long. My stomach knew the truth before my brain did. 2 weeks before the wedding, I checked his phone while he was in the shower. Her name wasn't there, but Aaron was. The messages made my blood run cold. It wasn't just an affair. They were planning to be together after the wedding, after he got his hands on my trust fund. I could have walked away quietly. But quiet meant they'd win. And I wanted an audience. I called my lawyer. We changed the prenup 3 days before the wedding. Daniel didn't even read it, just signed where I told him. The new clause? If he cheated before or during the marriage, he'd get nothing. Not even the watch on his wrist. Then I asked the hotel manager for an adjoining room to Daniel's suite. One I could fill with exactly the people I wanted as witnesses. On the wedding morning, I played the happy bride. Claire and I laughed over mimosas while makeup artists worked their magic. Daniel texted that he needed to clear his head before the ceremony. 20 minutes later, I walked into his suite. And there they were, skin against skin, my wedding lingerie tossed on the floor. I stepped out into the hallway and made my calls. His parents. His brother. His grandmother. There's something you need to see before the ceremony, I told each one. 5 minutes later, the hallway outside his room was filled with family in formal wear, whispering in confusion. I pushed the door open wide. Gasps. Silence. Daniel scrambled off the bed, stammering. Claire clutched the sheets to her chest. Daniel, I said, calm and clear, would you like to tell your grandmother why my maid of honor is in your bed instead of beside me at the altar? Faces turned red. His grandmother began to cry. From my clutch, I pulled a thin envelope. This is the updated prenup you signed. You might want to read the highlighted section. He scanned it. The color drained from his face. His father read it aloud. If either party commits infidelity before or during the marriage, they forfeit all rights to property, assets, and financial support. I looked at the room. So, there's no wedding. But there will be a press release. And if you're wondering who leaked the texts and hotel footage to the bridal party. My eyes locked on Claire. That was me. No one said a word. Daniel stood naked in his shame. And I walked away, heels clicking, into the rest of my life.